I'm the program manager for Horizon Outreach.
I'm Lee Tillman. I am the career development manager for Horizon Outreach.
I'm Elizabeth Ortega. I'm the program administrator for the Horizon Outreach program.
I'm Gina Burnley. I'm the program counselor and case manager for Horizon Outreach program.
I'm Katrina Johnson, of course. I'm the CEO and founder of Horizon Outreach.
I'm Phyllis Bernard, and I'm the program assistant.
All right.
Her name is Miss Johnson. Miss Johnson founded Horizon Outreach after she experienced the effects of the economic downturn of 2009. During this humbling experience, she also witnessed several incidents of unfair treatment of veterans. Seeing this need and building upon her personal experience, she repositioned herself to assist others. With her strong faith of God, unyielding determination, and perseverance, she founded an organization based on the principles of love, hope, and faith. As a veteran, daughter of a retired Air Force veteran, and the sister of a Navy veteran, she knows firsthand the challenges faced by veterans transitioning from military to civilian life. So I would thank you for the honor of now introducing Ms. Katrina Johnson.
Thank you so much. First of all, I would like to thank Alex here at Sierra Meadows for allowing us to use this beautiful facility today. Don't y'all think it's beautiful? Yeah, it is. And later on today, you're going to have an opportunity to view the facility because most of the fathers that are in here are eligible to actually live in this facility. So that's why we had it here. Also, I want to thank Gina, first of all, for that wonderful introduction. Thank you so much. I appreciate you stepping in, although our board member Melvin was not here. Also, I thank Ms. Edith Curry-Moore, our program manager, and all the staff that are here today. And y'all said Horizon Outreach program, that's all right, because guess what, they're part of the whole Horizon Outreach, giving everyone a new start. I want to thank Ms. Carolyn Scantleberry. She's the president emeritus of the NAACP. She served many years as the president of the NAACP in ACP chapter. And she's been very active in an organization that gives everyone a new start. Each of you fathers are sitting here today because y'all made a decision through some staff member who introduced you to this program to get a new start, right? And then you decided, hey, I want to be a part of this Horizon Legal Fatherhood program. And that's why y'all are here today. And that's what this organization is about, helping others. As Gina mentioned, in 2009, I went through some financially challenging times. And that's how this whole thing came about, through my struggle of being on the other side and seeing, hey, it's not just the people holding up a sign to say, I'm homeless, I need help. It's someone, a mother, a father, someone who has multiple degrees, okay? It's not just, who we tend to think is homeless. It could be anyone. So during that experience, that's what moved me to drive this vision forward. There was also 2 other instances that took place where there was a homeless veteran who was on the streets, and he was actually living on the streets and in a wheelchair, okay? He was trying to cross this and that. Y'all know where this and that street is, right? So he almost got hit several times, and people kept passing him by. So I pulled over and said, sir, do you need a ride? And he said, sure, I do. So I said, where are you going? He said, the OST. And I was thinking, well, I ain't going that far. But I took him there anyway. But where I ended up taking him was to this dilapidated, rundown hotel where he was paying over $900 a month for a 1-bedroom apartment. He didn't have any food. It was deplorable conditions. And I said, man, there's got to be somewhere else better for this veteran. That was the second thing that caused me to start Horizon Outreach. The third thing, I was on a church outreach downtown. And the associate minister who was there at the outreach, we were out, passing out food to the veterans and stuff. And one guy came up to me, he said, can I have a couple of dollars? So what's the first thing you do? Reach in your pocket, right? I didn't have any money there to go to the bank, but I did that anyway. And he said, we don't give them no money. Get back on the bank. What? Now I started to go mobile on, that's what some of my friends say I do sometimes. But I didn't. And I got on the van, and when write it on tablets so that he who reads it may run. The vision is yet for an appointed time, but it surely will come to pass. I bought a tablet, wrote the vision, had no idea what the vision was going to be, and it turned out to be Horizon Outreach. The sun represents the Son of God. The hands is God reaching down. Horizon Outreach serving as a catalyst to help people. The rays are all the people that have been helped stretching across the horizon. So that's what that whole deal means. What you're a part of right now is just a small piece of a whole, the vision that God gave me to help others. It's going to grow and expand, and we're going to have housing just like this. So the next time y'all come, you're going to be saying, can I enroll in the housing, all right? All right? But we got to start somewhere. So that's where we started. As mentioned, my dad, he's deceased now. He was a veteran. My sister is a veteran. Both of them suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder. I know all about helping fathers because my father had some challenges, and when my mother divorced him, and he was an alcoholic as a result of all the things that he went through from his service-connected disability. Okay? So at first I said, Lord, what can I do and tell fathers? I don't even have a husband, children, but I know about a father. But then as this thing started growing and listening to each one of you, I started thinking back about the things that I experienced as a child. And so it's a perfect fit to help someone and give them a new start here. So basically that's really all I got to say is, one, y'all are just a small piece of a whole. And even though you're graduating today from the Horizon Eagle program, you will always be eagles and welcome to soar into Horizon at any time. And we will continue to help you and make sure you stay on track. And it's not just about you, it's about your family, and it's about every connection that is tied to you to make things happen. So what I want y'all to do is one thing for me. When y'all go out today, out of those doors, never forget us at Horizon. Spread the word, because we need more fathers, we need more eagles like yourself to soar in. And just keep us in your hearts. How about that?
He's a father. He had a family to come back to. We helped him out. I was about 6 years younger than my older brother. And when he came back, he was different. And I imagine anyone could be different after facing situations like that. Hand-to-hand, well, not hand-to-hand combat, but combat. Going through certain things, and therefore, I think he was there for a while. And when he came back, it was a tad bit different. His lights weren't the same. His normal patterns that he didn't just jump back into. It was a process to over time, and I'm assuming to go through some things and go back to what we would call normal. I think that's unfair to say. But we need people like you, we need your staff to continue with your efforts to make people whole again, or try to get them to where they want to be. And so, I didn't know much about Horizon. You did a great job today by telling us what you're about and your mission. I wish there was another one of you that would do this for just regular fathers, because we face, in the city of Houston and District B, we face a lot of issues like that. And we need men to come back and become parents. We need men to come back and form their family. And I truly believe, even though a lot of issues that we face today, that we want the city, we want our local governments to fix them, we just want the ones to do it. It's going to take efforts like from yourself and other people to go out. Some of the items have already been touched on by the staff. I said, whereas Horizon Outreach is a nonprofit founded in February 2010 by Ms. Johnson, a U.S. Air Force veteran, former corporate businesswoman, and real estate entrepreneur. The next paragraph states about the organization. And it says, whereas the mission of Horizon Outreach is giving everyone a new start, it is accomplished by providing programs that increase self-sufficiency through the offering of supportive services and assistance in locating housing. It is a long-term vision of the organization to provide a facility that will house all of its programs and provide permanent supportive housing for low-income families. Whereas since 2010, the organization has connected over 700 to resources and supportive services. It didn't say that twice, I just said that twice. Over 700. There were services to the community through collaborative outreach efforts and the offering of supportive services and housing assistance for military veterans and non-veteran families. Horizon Outreach has positioned itself in the community as an organization who will provide answers and solutions to problems. They are always willing to ensure clients are connected to all available community resources. Whereas the Horizon Eagle program provides military veteran fathers with strategies to overcome the effects of PTS disorder or some disabling condition on their relationships, parenting abilities, and employability. The program promotes responsible fatherhood among military veteran fathers. It seeks to assist the fathers in transitioning from military to civilian life, becoming economically stable, gaining important skills that will increase their marital and parenting abilities and allow them to overcome the challenges of PTSD. Whereas the staff of Horizon Outreach are dedicated to helping fathers of the Horizon Eagle program soar to new heights with their families. Therefore, I, Jerry Davis, City Council Member of District B, hereby proclaim March 22nd, 2013 as Horizon Outreach Day in the City of Houston. All right. That shows something about it. Okay, it's not all about her. Because when I do things, I'm like, why are you doing that? Because it's not all about me. But I will tell you today, I will set an appointment with my office so we can try to figure out where you are in achieving your goals and creating a housing facility in District B. In District B.
Myself, a couple people in the community saying, all right, if we don't know where to research, we don't have the money and funding, let's connect them. So we had outreach events at the 3rd Ward Community Center. Over 312 people came within 3 months of us getting 501c3 nonprofit. Didn't even know what Horizon Outreach was. Put together over 28 agencies all over the city. And the thing was connected to veteran resources, to housing. We had every agency on site who had those resources. Did it again the second year. That's where that number 700 comes from. But see, don't let anyone tell you you can't do something, because you can do it. Okay, if you got a desire to do it, you can make it happen. You can make it happen. So give yourselves a hand for making it happen. Okay, then I calm down. I'm envisioning that housing community. All right. So, well, I'm going to introduce someone else that I happen to know and consider to be a friend. And I asked her on the spot to do this, and she said, I don't do this for everybody. I said, I know, but she's going to do it for y'all, all right? Miss Carolyn Scantleberry, she's a licensed master social worker. She's on the state executive committee of the NAACP, but most important, she's a woman on the move, just like y'all, fathers on the move. How is she on the move? Well, all throughout this city, she has helped those that are in need through her efforts to make sure that change has come to the African American community by serving as the president of the NAACP, right? But not only that, she's now the president emeritus and still making change throughout this community. Carolyn is a native Houstonian, graduate of Jack Yates High School, Houston-Tillotson University, Atlanta University, and Yale University. Oh, she's a smart woman, ain't she? Practicum for psychiatric social work. Human services and the elevation of our people are her heart and greatest passions. Her motto is, find a way or make one. She is the proud mom of Donnie Scantleberry, a Grammy-nominated music producer and grandmother to Noah Matthew Scantleberry, a gifted and talented student. Some of her most recent accomplishments, she said, don't read each one of them, but one is most noteworthy. Designed, wrote, and implemented the first grant for services for the Hurricane Katrina affected population.
All right.
All right. The initial focus was mental health support with a consortium of social services and basic needs resources. She created the Focus Care Project that has provided services through 5 funding sources: HGAC, Harris County Housing Authority, Home Again, United Way, and Neighborhood Centers, Inc. Currently working with the Area Agency on Aging. Okay? City of Houston Health and Human Services as a trainer and social worker. She said that's enough, but the list goes on and on. Volunteers, director at the WCA, National Certified Crisis Team member. Okay, these are the things she's done in our community to make sure that everything moves forward for those that are indigent, in need. Give Miss Carolyn Scantleberry a hand.
Says what? Be anxious for nothing, but in all things through prayer and supplication with thanksgiving make your request to the Lord, and He will grant you the what? Peace that passes all understanding. When I understood, I'm learning about Miss Johnson just like you all are. But this is the most exciting day of my life, to see men who are fathers standing up for something. Ooh, I'm telling you, when he talked about that, she doesn't know, but I am the chair, state executive in AACP. We say in AACP because people met us at the airport and say, is this the NWACP? They thought it was a W. But we always say that, but I'm the state housing chair for the NAACP, which includes HUD and all of the other things. I was president of the NAACP in Houston, and we did some things there, but this is not about me, it's about y'all. It's about men on the move. What does it say? Fathers on the move. And action is what's important. I want you all to know that the community needs what you have. We talk about all the stuff that we've learned and how we suck everything up, but what can you give? Dignity above all else, and service. Another one of my mottos is service is the rent that we pay for space on this earth. If you can't do something for somebody else, then don't even come in my face. You got to do something right. There's a 6-letter word to success. And obviously, you all have been a part of a successful world. And that 6-letter word is action. Getting up and doing something. You know, we sit down on our Humpty Dumptys, but everybody in this room has a special gift. That's why God made us all different. Because it takes what? The arm to make a body? Yes. Somebody is what? The arm, the head, the legs, all of this. And you all are the body of the community. If we don't have you, who else are these little babies going to look up to? I'm working with the Area Agency on Aging, and they put me in, after Katrina, we did the Katrina thing, I said, well, just let me stay at the city so I can be vested and get that retirement check, right? Add to retirement, baby. I've been out here a long time. But they put me in the ADRC, which is the Aging and Disability Resource Center. That means any kind of disability, anybody that's aging, which we all are, the resources are there. I think I do overkill. There is a table over there, you have pens, you have all the information, hand sanitizer. And if you cannot use the information about senior services, you know somebody who can. So you be a resource, pick it up anyway. I don't want to take none of that stuff back. Pick it up and take it with you. Give it to your church. Give it to somebody so that they can help. But I want to thank Ms. Johnson for the work that she has done. She called me the other day, and God is always in the midst, obviously, because I had nothing on my schedule. And usually every day you got something that you have to do, right? But this, I am so excited about the service, and to look at you all, you look so proud and handsome. I'm telling you. I was of that era when the fellas went to Vietnam, and I said, we ain't gonna never get no husbands, you know. All the men were gone, but you all are here. You obviously have families. How many married? Look there, okay, single ladies, see there, we got some single men in here. That's a beautiful thing, I'm telling you, but we need what you have and what you have learned. Tell me some of the things. I like to do interactive, I don't like to talk at you. Tell me some of the things that you've learned and participated in this program.
Patience. Patience and openness towards each other as veterans. We intercede with each other a lot, you know. We reveal a lot of things to each other, and some of the information that I might have, I can share with some of them, and information they have, they share with me as well. We just have I really enjoyed this program. We got this real strong camaraderie.
And you said sharing, just talking and understanding, being able to listen to somebody else, active listening without being ready to say something.
Right.
And accepting who they are. What a beautiful world it would be if we had people that would just do that. Patience. That's a virtue in the Bible, right? Having patience to listen. What did you learn? Young man, what did you learn, sir?
Not to forget about, like my brother was saying, our brotherhood. In the military, we all have a sense of camaraderie that we build naturally. And sometimes we separate from that. It causes a lot of issues because of what we're used to. When we came to this program, it was right back on track with it. We were able to talk with each other, learn different life problems to solve and get through them from situations we wouldn't even think we could take something from. And so, I mean, just learning to get back into that type of brotherhood with anybody you interact with, to help people, just genuinely help them, it's invaluable.
Well, what? We got speakers right here.
I know it.
We have speakers right here. Y'all better get out here. Y'all have speakers right here. This is such a blessing. What did you learn?
Coming to the program, one of the things I got was hope. And I walked out that door, unfortunately I walked in the program, I walked out that door to many VA programs, but I walked out of there with hope, and I learned one thing: persevere, never be ashamed.
Never be ashamed. That's right, because your walk is special. God gave you that walk. Everybody's walk, somebody walking down that lane, but this is your lane. Ooh, special. And that gift that you have is special. Y'all just shining. Come on, what?
What I got out of the program basically is the honor and faith that my brothers have.
My brothers in the strength.
And the knowledge and wisdom that we have suppressed, now that it's open. And that these brothers have really enticed me and given me inspiration.
And listen to how eloquently they speak. Oh, I am just so proud of this. What have you learned, sir?
It was a whole bunch of things. When I came to the program, I was hopeless, but with the help of staff, I found that there's still life in it.
That's right. Lots of life. Lots of life. You're here for a reason. If you at 6 feet under, you here for what? A reason. You got something else to do. For somebody.
Inspiration.
Inspiration.
Look at all different words. That brought me to a point in my life where I feel like I reached the highest heights. That's why I'm moved by the word the eagle that we soar when we achieve our goals. For me, it has a power in this lifetime.
Using the word eagle, there's a book by, have you seen the book, The Chicken? The Eagle Who Thought He Was a Chicken?
Right.
Have you seen it?
I know the story.
You know the story. The eagle who thought he was a chicken. You all are eagles. You don't run with the chickens. What did you learn, sir?
I've learned that there's people out there that really care, and I've learned that there's doors that I can open. Otherwise, I wouldn't have learned or seen without the program. It's given me hope, inspiration. I'm communicating better with my spouse. And I'm grateful for it. I really do.
And you brought home weekends. Oh, we so proud to have you. Brought your wife too? Yeah, say wife. I didn't hear from you.
Oh, I'm just starting the program. I came to support the graduates and also to share with them just the joy of being able to, reach heights to keep soaring. Because, you know, when eagles soar, they have to flap, but when they get up so high, they just soar. And the thing of it is that when you get to that point, it's like persevering. You have to persevere through things. But when you get to that point where everybody is in amen, which is in agreement, then it's not that hard to persevere because, you know, God is there first and foremost. But then He brings us all together on that one common goal. And I'm enjoying it. I mean, the thing of it is, I'm just getting started. And, you know, it's going to inspire me even more so to do this program and to spread the word about this program. Because I know that, you know, you can tell when things are God-given.
That's right.
You know, you can feel it.
That's right.
You know, when you step into this place, you know, when I stepped into Horizon Outreach, I was like, wow, is this just another nonprofit? But the thing of it is, when I got to talking to Ms. Johnson and the staff, you know, it was like, I knew right then and there that it's something special about this, you know, because it's a lot of times, the truth is right around the corner. A lot of people can't find it, but I'm just glad that I found it. And I'm excited to start and finish the program, but I also am excited to just spread the word because, and I'm gonna stop right quick. I'm in a pretty good place right now, but it's just like I got a good job, but it's a lot of the young veterans, young men like this young man right here, even though they're doing pretty well, you know, out in mainstream, they still need to support. They still need how to be a veteran.
Look at the crown molding. Look at the quality of work. There's a garden out there in the back. Reverend Lawson, they named that area out there after Reverend Bill Lawson, who is a minister. You know, so, you know, a lot of that was, it was a little bit too African-American for them, you know what I'm talking about? But, you know. But I'd love for all of you to join the NAACP. We take all ethnicities. You can be any color. So we want you to join the NAACP. Go see what they're about. We're still out here fighting for you. People talk about the relevance. We move from the street to the courthouse. We make sure that we're in there. The state president, Gary Bledsoe, has presented in front of the Supreme Court, smart brother. We have conferences all the time. At least find out about us. It's only $30 a year for membership, so it's not a lot to say that. But we need, the community needs you. These young men need your hands every time, and it's all in how you do it. Larry Alexander was a principal in HISD, and I love the way we were talking. He said, "Excuse me," and he walked over to a little fellow. He said, "You know, we were parents." You know, he did it in a respectful way. We can't say, "Man, pull up your pants." Right, and they don't want to hear that. But when I see them in the store, and I don't care how they look, and I say, "Look, we got a president. You want to see him wearing his pants?" You know, I'll say anything, but just to try to put it on their mind. If you just say, "I care about you, brother," you all call each other brothers. But I thank you so much. Thank you, Katrina.
No, thank you.
And when I think about the name Katrina, that's when I started with the city. And that Katrina was a hurricane, right? And y'all have a hurricane named Katrina on your tail. So you know you got to do it, right? Okay, but thank you so much. And please take this stuff with you. Give it to somebody. There's information on there for seniors. Information for people with disabilities. I work with Baylor College of Medicine in a program called A Calmer Life. If you just want to talk to somebody, they have a phone number you can call. I think it's an age limit or whatever. But take that stuff and share it, okay? I love you, and you all are beautiful, and thanks for sharing with me. And thank you, Katrina, for inviting me.
She's letting you know that you're on the move and that you're important to what she's doing in this community.
You know, that's a good Veterans Affairs. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So we've got a committee for the veterans to get involved
Right.
in NAACP. We need to be involved. We need to be involved so you can know what initiatives are going on in this city and be a part of it. Move visions forward, okay? They need to hear your voice. Everything y'all said today is what we need to hear.
And they need to see you because
That's
you
right.
all are intelligent, handsome men, and you stand up, put your shoulders back, and let them know that you are out there. It's just so impressive for you all to say that. People don't think that, and you just start talking and just, please.
That's right. Because there's a misnomer about veterans, right?
Right.
That they're broke down, they're homeless, holding up signs. I don't see anybody in here that looks like that.
That's right.
No one.
That's right.
None. Okay? How many eagles in the house? Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Look at all the eagles. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Thanks to Brandon Man. That's our new sign. Yeah, give him a hand. I don't know. I'll never
Enrolled in the HorizonOutreach program sometime last year before we started getting some major things going on. I got to be a part of everything. Well, I came part of this program because initially I was having a lot of problems after I came back home from my deployment overseas. As a veteran in Operation Iraqi Freedom, I was having issues transferring my military experiences into the civilian workforce. I wanted to major in a lot of things. I wanted to go to school. I wanted to do a lot of work in my community and make actually a difference in the military and the civilian side. I wasn't able to get in the position that I felt like I deserved. Not only that, I didn't necessarily have as much confidence in myself that I should actually deserve those things. So I fell into like a major slump for quite some time. And after a long time of beating up on myself, a friend of mine referred me to this program. He said, hey man, you need some extra cash, you're having issues with some financial situations with your home and whatnot. I know this veteran program that may be able to help you, may help me to find a job. I said, wait, hey, go find something, maybe somebody can help me. I didn't realize I had more of a problem inside of myself than I had with finding what I need. I came to this program with Miss Johnson. She looked at me and told me that I'm a stud. She said, this fine gentleman right here, he's a stud. He's gonna make some stuff happen. Something along those words. And playing around with it, I started to say it myself and started to believe it. Like, okay, make some things happen. We had a lot of counseling sessions, had a lot of advisory. My brothers, they would say random things that would hit home with me. And maybe I would say something as well, not even knowing that it was inside of me to say it. But in retrospect to what they were saying, I would come up with it and like, why didn't I think of that before? Or why didn't I hear this before? Making investments, investing in myself to become better, and put myself out there with my good foot, see my shoes. And it's so important to know how much confidence can go when you're going out there and doing things in this world. People gonna look at you only as far as you will step out for. And she taught me how to step out right. She said it was always in me. I don't believe it. I think it's her. But yeah, it was some good stuff that I got from these guys here. Their wisdom, the friendship more so, and the assistance that I got. I assisted in the redeployment of all of my soldiers and equipment back home. Make sure all of this is done. Obama said we're coming home, I'm getting it done.
All right.
So,
All right.
I just wanted to say these few words and thank you so much for what you've done for me.
All right.
You could just say a few words, we really appreciate it. And he's also a deacon in his church.
All right.
Wow, I tell you what. Well, I came to know Ms. Johnson from working while I was working at the Department of Veteran Affairs. And the moment that I met her, even up until now, she's always innovative. She's always doing things for other people more than she do for herself. So she caught my attention as to that. And when she told me about starting this particular program, it was just imagination, I thought. Because a young lady that with an executive And like it says in the Bible that if you want to be the greatest, you be the servant.
Yes, sir.
So in my opinion, as well as yours, she is the greatest. Let's give another name. In closing, in conclusion, what I have to say is that she's the type of person that she's always doing. And I wonder, and I asked her sometime, because of her, you hear the saying that a lot of people say, my plate is full. Well, I tell her occasionally that I know her plate is full, but Ms. Johnson, why don't you try to use a platter? Okay? But the thing about it is, at the end of the day, she's not a workaholic, because everybody can be busy but not effective. She's very effective, and I was listening to her today on the radio station, and I asked her, how are you going to get to the program? And lo and behold, she beat me here. Okay? In conclusion, I would like to thank all of you for coming and supporting the program, because after all, she is making a change, not only in the city of Houston, but in the state of Texas, as well as on a national scale.
All right.
And if you got a chance to be a part of the programs that she does, quite naturally, she's a pioneer within herself. And I'll tell you one thing, if you continue to support her, you will find out that you too will learn a lot more than what you know now about serving as well as supporting our veterans. Let's give it
Absolutely. She said she wanted a picture with all these handsome men in here. As long as your wife don't get mad at you. All right. Before we go into honoring the fathers, there's another father that I wanted to call up to just say something real brief, because I think he, like he said, he made a lot of change. His spouse is here. He came to us, and even though he won't be quite receiving everything either with Mr. Weaver, but y'all still here and on the move. So George Hernandez, I want you to come up real quick. You're not on the program, but please just say a couple of words. Give him a hand.
I wasn't expecting this, but a few words that I can say is that I'm really grateful for the program. My situation was a little bit different because unfortunately I've been incarcerated. So not only was it hard for me just to be a homeless veteran, but I also have the conviction behind me, right? It has been really difficult for me, but thank God for the program and Ms. Johnson, you know, my spouse. We're working things out, and I'm really grateful for that. I'm glad to see Mr. Weaver, boy. He's, you know, a young man, good looking man, stuff like you said. He's about to have his baby, and I really appreciate all my brothers here. And I'm glad that you're here to be able to see this, because it is important to me, and I know that she's going to make a difference, especially with somebody like you on her side.
All right.
Ever ready.
You gotta be ever ready to speak like y'all did today.
That's right. Ever ready. That's what kind of people we got in our program, right? Eagles, ever ready. Isn't that right, Mr. Tucson? Are we ready? All right, Mr. Mayor?
That's right.
Mr. Harris. And Mr. Mitchell is always ready. Mr. Page, you ready to sing? All right, well, at this time, again, I want to thank everyone. Mr. Saffington, come up here real quick. Just real quick, please. And I don't know where, Lee is actually manning the iPad. But Mr. Reginald Sappiter, actually, let me tell you just how devoted he is. He's taking he took a drug screening today. He started on Monday as an outreach specialist. And he said, you know what, I got a few minutes to stop over there. So I saw him coming through the door with supplies and everything. I said, you ain't on the clock yet. But, you know, that's telling you something. He's ready to work. Right. Is this a man on the move? That's right. All right. He's a former recruiter, Army recruiter. And Lee is a former Air Force recruiter. He just started, yesterday? They on the move, man. Man, we baptized you by fire here at Horizon. All right, just wanted to say that. All right, thank you. All right. Well, at this time, we're going to go ahead and start recognizing the fathers one single hand clap. Do you want to tell them how it goes first?
One hand clap, one sound, one team, one heartbeat. Got it? Yeah. Got it? Got it. On three. 1, 2, 3. That's what I'm talking about. Love that. Love that. Look at that. Look at that.
We're going to have 1,000 veterans. All right, so at this time again, I want to start recognizing the fathers. We're going to call you up, our graduates of the program, and then we're going to honor some of our fathers who are considered to be honorees in the program. All right, and we're going to let them tell some of their story. So, if I can get a staff member and a board member here to assist. We've got 2 honorary Eagle Fathers in our program. There's 2 honorary Eagle Fathers. Each graduation, we have honorary Eagle Fathers that we say have soared above and beyond their circumstances. Now, all of you have, but we got a couple that we want to honor today, all right? Just based on some things that they have done and some things they have achieved, all right? The very first one is Chef Aubrey Foot.
Yeah! All right.
Chef Aubrey Foot, I'm happy to come up and just say, Chef Aubrey Foot, first of all, when he came through the doors, everything was bad. They ain't gonna hire me, I got this problem, I got that one, just negative. But sometimes I ain't gonna lie, no one day I was like, Lord, here he comes. Because I couldn't do nothing to change. But it has to come from within, okay? Eventually, he was told by one of these agencies in this city, I don't know what she's telling you over there. You won't get a job with a record like that. Didn't they tell you that? She doesn't know what she's talking about. You'll never get a job in the field you love. Something about that ignited hope in him. And he would beat us to the office. Okay? So I knew when I get up at 8 o'clock in the morning, I think it was just me and Gina at one point before the rest of the staff came, that I had to be there on time because he was going to be there to open the door. And I said if he didn't find to get a job, he was going to get a job in Horizon. Okay? I'm serious. But a job finally came through for him. And not only a job, but what he loves as a chef with the French corner. So now he is Chef Aubrey Foot, which he has always been. He's done such a great job at the French corner, training the other people on different things. They have him as the head chef over at the HCC location.
All right.
Now I had to pull some strings with his boss yesterday, late in the afternoon, to get him over here. And at first his boss said, well, I got news for you, I fired him. I'm sitting on the phone saying, what? He said, he didn't work out. And I knew that couldn't be true because I've been talking to you constantly about how much you love that job. He said, oh, I'm just kidding. He said, I'll let him off after he prepares the morning meal. And so Mr. Foot got off, Chef Foot, and he's here. So come on, we want to present something to you. All right. On behalf of Horizon Outreach and the Board of Directors, we want to present you with a
record. I'd like to thank my fellow Eagles that gave me encouragement to keep on trying to win that. Right. I thought that the end was at the end. You know, like went to some programs that told me that with the charge that I had, that I would never get a job in that field again. But I had the encouragement. Well, when I kept on coming, I just kept looking, just kept on, and I'm good at what I'm doing. And then someone gave me a chance. And with the encouragement and the footwork, looking for a job, resumes, and with given assistance with the Horizon, it worked out.
All right.
And I'm grateful.
Again, all of y'all are honorary Eagle Fathers. But we got another. That's Arthur Harris. Let me tell you about this. Why is Arthur Harris an honorary Eagle Father? Well, he came to the program. Even out in the community, if we asked him to go over to E.O. Smith Academy to encourage the children, he did that. What y'all talking about, the young men with the pants sack, you know, those little boys were sharp. Weren't they sharp? But Mr. Harris, he even told them some other things to encourage them and keep them moving forward. And you know what? Those little gentlemen, they was just so engaged with them. It was just like that was their dad or their grandfather. And if I ask Mr. Harris to go anywhere, he goes. We were just on a panel at MD Anderson and he spoke. And everybody was just so enthralled with him and just amazed. Listen to this veteran. Listen to what he's saying about the needs are in this community. He also encouraged himself to go back to school. He's over at Eastside University, learning computer skills. He's going on to the advanced class. So he's done a lot. And each of you are honorary fathers, but it's so hard to choose from each one. But you know, the ones who maybe came and had the most negative, and then it came recharged to a positive. Those are the ones we say in our honorary Eagle fathers. So come on up here, Mr. Harris.
First of all, I'd like to give thanks to God, the good Lord, for us being here and also the presentation. Of all the people here that has put this together in order to honor us veterans who I think, and I will always say, we deserve the honor as being privileged people in this United States. And I want to thank everyone here, all my brothers, all the staff, who have given me the encouragement to go back to school, to acquire the knowledge that to expand the knowledge that I've already acquired, and also to bring forth new fathers and new eras and all generations. And I want to thank Ms. Johnson, most of all, for giving me this opportunity, because when I seen her in this stand-down presentation over there in Emancipation Park, and I thought this was just going to be another going through. She presented the program to me, and 2 days later she called and asked me was I going to attend. Well, I attended classes and everything. And you know something? I'm very glad that I'm a Marine veteran. Also, I'm a homeless veteran. And one thing that I am now is an inspired veteran who is going to complete my task, my work. And I want to thank her. Already put me on the spot.
All right. No, you're welcome.
Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. Ain't no stopping us now. We got the groove. There's been so many things that held us down, but now it looks like things are finally coming around. I know we've got a long, long way to go, and where we'll end up, I don't know. But we won't let nothing.
Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. We're on the move. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. We're on the move. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. We're on the move.
There's been so many things that's held us down. Come on. got to get some fathers recruited. So we letting it be said this day, on March 22nd, that we're what?
On the move.
All right.
Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. Ain't no stopping us now. We got the groove. There's been so many things that held us down, but now it looks like things are finally coming around. I know we've got a long, long way to go, and where we'll end up, I don't know. But we won't let nothing hold us back. We're putting ourselves together, we're polishing up our act, yeah. And if you've ever been held down before, I know you refuse to be held down anymore. And don't you let nothing, nothing stand in your way. I want y'all to listen, listen to every word I say, every word I say. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. We're on the move. Ain't no stopping us now. We've got the groove. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on